So today we're going to look at Proverbs chapter 2, verses 1 through 4. And we're going to look at three ifs. Now there's a then that starts out in chapter 5, but we're not going to cover that till later. Today we're just going to look at the three ifs. If you accept my words, Solomon says in chapter 2, verse 1, if you seek insight, and if you look for it as for hidden treasure. What Solomon's saying here is that as we seek wisdom, we have to be active seekers. We can't just be the passive person. I've given you three ways to get wisdom. Get in the Word, get in church, and have mentors. And in all three cases, you could be simply checking off the box and going, well, I read my Bible. I have no clue what I read, but I read. You could say, I went to church. No clue what the preacher talked about or what was said, but I was there. And I had a conversation with someone. Can't really remember what we talked about, but yeah, I was there. In other words, you can check off the boxes. You can check off the boxes and not be an active participant. And what Solomon's saying is, if you're really going to be seeking wisdom, if you're really going to go after it, you've got to get up and be a seeker. When you read your Bible, stop and meditate. What does this have to say, and what does it have to say to me? As you're in church, what's the pastor talking about? Actively engage in listening. And when you're talking to someone about your life, trying to get some mentoring from them, give them back what you've said. Give them back and say, here's what I've heard you say. Make sure you're understanding correctly. Again, we can't just be passive when it comes to seeking wisdom. We've got to be active. Now, there are some thens, there are some rewards to genuinely being an active seeker of wisdom, and we'll cover those in the days to come. But right now, the one thing I want to drive home to you is, if we're going to seek wisdom, then we have to be an active seeker who is diligently looking for wisdom. Wisdom's out there and can be found. We got to go after it and got to search for it like a pirate for hidden treasure. Want to read the whole devotional? Go to the link at the bottom of the page, and we'll see you tomorrow.